Greetings YouTube, Fuzzfinger here and welcome back to the Zodiac Age. Today I thought we'd go back to doing some story, and that's what we're going to do. We're going to do the hunt that this kid over here, the Arcadian Wayfarer, gave us in the previous episode, the previous numbered episode that is, and so we're going to head over into the cave. So do come and join me if you enjoy watching. Don't forget to hit the like button and be subscribed to the Fuzzfinger Gaming YouTube channel. Righty-ho, so we're going to start by heading over to the east here, and I'm pretty sure I explored this area in the last episode, didn't I? There's nothing hugely exciting anyhow. There's a couple of chests that can spawn some armour, but nothing that you shouldn't already have by this point anyway. So we're not going to head east yet, we're going to head north, because that's where the cave is that we're being sent to in order to take on this. It's kind of a story hunt, isn't it? Because it's not like a proper hunt that appears in your log or anything. But other than that, it does play out like a hunt, so... there's a chest over here that can spawn, and I believe it contains a power armlet. Or rather, I should say, it can contain a power armlet, which is useful. Power armlets guard against stop. Although you can gain them by other means, but... I'll show you where it is. I'm not going to farm for it. We've got a potion. And then there's a few other chests around the place as well. And there's a one-time spawn chest around here somewhere. I'm going to pinpoint that. Don't worry, this is the only area before the cave itself. So we won't be doing a whole lot of time exploring for treasures today. I know it's not always the most exciting thing to do, is it? But unfortunately, when you're doing a walkthrough, you need to cover all bases. And then obviously when you're playing along, what you do in your own playthrough, what you, as in, you know, what you follow, what I do, or ignore, or whatever, is entirely up to you. But I do want to try and cover everybody, so that if you want to get things, you can. So this is the one-time spawn chest, and it contains blind gar. So don't miss out on that, make sure you get it. And then just in these cliff areas here, you can actually get another couple of chests spawn. So we're nearly there now. $66 gear. Wow. Okay, so there's two more chests up here to the west, and then we can head into the next area and see what the cave's about that we're being sent to. We've also got a few espers now, haven't we? If you've been following along some of my optional videos, then you should have a few espers added to your collection. I think I did 2 more espers since the last story episode. So anyway, here's the cave. We're going to head in here next. So we get the option to save our game, which is important, because we do have a boss battle coming up in a short while. Okay, all saved up, lovely. So this initial area, there will be about 9 treasure chests that can spawn, but they're only really going to carry things like high potions, so I'm not going to be too concerned about collecting them all.
Hey, you sure this rabbit hole's really the way into Arcades?
Better a hare unseen than a rat in a trap. And again, if you'd prefer to go knocking on the front gates of the city, be my guest.
But what about once we're inside? Won't the city watch find us? We'll do what we can to blend into the crowd. Our names may be notorious, but our faces are not far known.
True, true. You're a princess and we didn't even recognize you.
I noticed.
Okay, right, let's get killing and looting underway, shall we? Oh, there's no music. It's unusual. So we're just making our way through this cave area now. And there's a chest there, so we'll go and grab that in a moment. Where are we? Here we are. petrify. That's not nice. And wow, Ash is powering ahead with the level hype. She just can't wait around. Dispel mote. And I'm just going to throw a bangle onto Varn here so we don't get any more of those traps triggering off underneath us. Okay, and as soon as we head into this next area up north, I believe we're going to be triggering off the hunt, the boss fight, whatever it is you want to call it. That is if we can get up north. Some of the paths are a little bit tricky to navigate with high speed on. But not tricky enough to warrant turning it off all the time. And we're just approaching the next area now, so let's see what lies ahead of us. Oh, there's a nice big door to open. The Gate of the Soul Ward. Well, we have the Soul Ward key. It has been given to us so that we can undertake this hunt. Well, these bonkers guys are our next hunt, and the first thing that's going to happen is they're going to run away from one another. So we need to try and flee in order to gather them together. So we're not fleeing from the room, we're just fleeing from the enemies to try and get them to chase after us. And if we can get them all together, we can either unleash a quickening chain or hit them with some kind of AoE. Okay, so it looks like they're all together at this point, so we're going to go ahead, quicken. Roughly the one in the middle, and hopefully we'll be able to take them all out with a good chain here. Okay, I'm just finishing off the quickening chain. I'm trying to edit them out where possible so that you don't have to sit for the whole thing. That was a chain of about 13. I think it got to a 14. So I'm hoping it's going to do a fair whack of damage to these guys. Didn't quite kill them, but it pretty much sort of did, didn't it? Grab the chest while we're here. And then, we did miss one in the chain itself, but I'm sure we can take care of it. There we go. They've only got about 9k health each, so if you can gather them all up together, you should be able to do a good chunk of damage to them. As indeed we just did. Rightio, so what we're going to do now is just take a detour back in order to hand that hunt in before we continue on. So I'm just going to head around and check the corners because I think there's 4 treasure chests that can spawn in this room. I know we looted one already. Again, nothing tremendously exciting to be found within them. Usually just high potions, but still, they're there, so I want to show them to you and I want to loot them. Then we're going to head back out south. We're going to head back now to the Arcadian Wayward, or whatever his name is, the little boy that gave us the hunt in the first place, and tell him the good news. At least that's the theory at the moment right now. Let's get rid of Ash because she's already chilling on level 40. Some of our other friends need to learn to pick up some of the slack. Ooh, Trap Central. You'll have to excuse my sniffles and that. Suffer a bit with hay fever and the pollen's quite bad at the minute, so... Wow, double level height that time. I'm liking it. I do like to, maybe it's my OCD, try and keep everyone around the same levels. A lot of people tend to just pick 3 characters, stick with them and level them, you know, a lot more quickly to high levels. And if I'd have done that, I'd probably be on, I don't know, something like level 45, 50 by this point. But I do tend to try and keep everybody around the same kind of level. Let's just hold down the R2 button now for the sake of the video itself. So the game does remind you where the NPC is, though I'm sure you haven't forgotten, with this exclamation mark. We get 1,000 gil and 3 remedies. So just use the crystal here to heal up. I won't actually be saving because we're about to save the game in a few moments' time. And we have the auto-save to keep us going until then, I guess. Only Fran now. He's slacking on level 38. Come on, Fran. Don't let the team down. So we're going to head back to the Sochen Cave Palace at this point, and we're going to explore the rest of it. I honestly love this increased speed feature. I don't know how I managed without it when I originally played through this game on the PS2. I guess we've all been spoiled by modern games, haven't we? Which is why we like it so much now. But even so, I mean, I've been playing for over 40 hours and we haven't even finished the story yet. So it's not like you're, you know, making the game quick or anything by playing it this way. And just to clarify, the in-game clock is fixed. It doesn't increase when you increase the speed, fortunately. So we head out this side, grab the chests, or head over to this side rather, and use the door. I could gather the other 3 as well, but I've shown you where they are, so I'm just going to move ahead. And we're just going to grab some of the treasures. This one is a one-time spawn treasure, so make sure you do pick this up. Is that a rejuvenation trap? Lovely. Let's just equip a bangle for the time being, because I'm sure not every other trap's going to be a rejuvenation trap, is it? And just here we have another one-time spawn chest with a Hastegar mote. And then straight ahead we have a save crystal. Nope, don't be deceived. It's an enemy. But it will be a save crystal once we've taken care of it. Don't underestimate these guys, by the way, especially if you're underleveled. They can pack a punch. But on this occasion, I think we can manage. So now this is a real save crystal, of course. And this is going to bring us to the end of the episode, guys, and we'll finish off exploring this area in the next episode. So thanks for joining me today. Do come back again soon. I look forward to seeing you then. Well, I won't actually see you, but I'll, you know, be there in spirit, I guess. Cheers all. Take care.